Oh, this is crazy to be filming. It's been 5 months, so let's do it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my channel as if I just uploaded a video last week. It's been 5 months since I posted a video. Thank you guys for being here, for sticking around. If you are new to my channel and you're wondering if I'm ever gonna post a video, here I am. But if you've been here a while, I truly appreciate you guys sticking with me. To be honest, YouTube kind of fell on the back burner and I was more prioritizing, I would say, content that gave bigger reward. YouTube is a little more, it takes time to gather attention on videos. And I think sometimes they can be a little bit disheartening, especially for me in the past, to do all their work and then not receiving as much, I guess, engagement than I do on Instagram and TikTok. And for my business, like for this content creation business that I do have, that's important. Just using my time in other areas, but I truly do want to post on YouTube. I was gonna say that I wasn't intentionally not posting, but that's not true. I was intentionally not posting, but I wanna be more intentional with posting again. And to start that, I'm going to be doing a Q&A today. So I have my tea over here. I have my tea and I also have a water. I asked you guys actually over on my Instagram to send me some questions. Oh, actually before we get into that, I kind of want to do like a little small life update. So still living in Miami area, South Florida area. I'm getting used to it. Like the, I guess, honeymoon phase has kind of worn off, but I still really enjoy living down here. I couldn't see myself living anywhere else, to be honest. Chai is good. Chai. Chai, come say hello. Come say hello. Come here. Chai is good. Say hello, buddy. He's turning 3 in May, and it will be 3 years that I've lived here. Moved down here to South Florida. It'll be 3 years in June. Yeah, June. And yeah, my little baby. Okay, say bye. Bye-bye. Or not. He's gonna be coming and going. Yeah, okay, so he's good. Let me see what else. At the time of me filming this, my mom is coming to visit on Thursday, so I need to be cleaning up. It looks fine from this direction, but it's some stuff over here that I need to take care of. This bathroom right here, I need to clean up, wash her bedding and her towels that she's gonna be using. I really think that's all my updates. The rest of this is just gonna be a Q&A. All right, the first question is, oh, and by the way, I feel like I'm all over the place. It's gonna be mostly hair. I think there might be maybe a few questions that have nothing to do with hair that I'll try to get to, but yeah, it's mostly hair questions. Okay. Do you take hair vitamins? Yes, I actually take the Wellbell hair vitamins. These are the only ones that I've noticed a difference in the length of my hair and in the shedding and breakage. I still do get breakage and shedding, which is a question in here too that I will get more into, but it's just less of the two. And as far as like the length of my hair, you know what? I should address something in that. I get this question a lot on my Instagram if my hair grows. And I promise you, yes, I don't understand that question. The only thing that I can think of is that I have heavy shrinkage. So my hair comes down to here. So like my collarbone is here and then my hair comes down to here. And the thing is, yes, that's length. So if I had like naturally straight hair, my hair would be down here. But I have shrinkage. My hair texture, it don't really matter how long my hair get. My hair is gonna be similarly looking like this. It begs the question of, is the only hair that's pretty is long hair? I don't get why that's even a question or a problem. But anyway, that's like my little spiel on that. I don't get that question ever, and I get that question a lot, but I just don't understand it. I don't understand. Yes, I do take hair vitamins. Yes, my hair is growing, but I love Wellbell vitamins. I don't think you can get them in store. I will have them linked below. It is going to be an affiliate link, but you by no means have to use it. You can Google search Wellbell, but I will have them linked below if you guys want to check them out. It does take a minute for the vitamins to actually work, and I love that they actually tell you that. It takes 3 months at least for you to start to see results. And what's different of these vitamins, the ingredients that they use in it is very intentional. It started out as like a project. The guy, I think he was a doctor in some completely different area, not hair. He was trying to solve 2 hair issues that both of his sisters had, and he was noticing that a lot of the hair vitamins on the market he did not approve of. So he created a vitamin that he did approve of, and I love them. So that's the story behind us. Next question. How often do I wash my hair? So I wash my hair maybe every week to a week and a half. And I kind of just listen to my hair when it comes to that. It's not like a specific schedule, I would say. It's just when it's time for me feeling like my hair needs to be washed, or if I want to restyle my hair, then that's when I'll do it. But it's typically a week to a week and a half. The next question, do you have thick, medium, or thin 4C hair? I would say that I have thick 4C hair. Do you trim your own ends? Yes, which actually I was thinking recently. I was thinking maybe I should go and try to find somebody that I actually trust. I have trust issues with salons, so that's why I started trimming my hair myself. But I'm feeling like I want someone else to be looking and doing it, and not just me doing it. But I also have trust issues, so I don't know if that's actually gonna happen. But I was thinking like maybe I can get a professional trim here soon, but I don't know. We'll see. How do you work out with natural hair? This is another big question that I get, and I just work out. That's it. My hair will shrink up because I sweat in my scalp, sweat on my face, sweat everywhere when I work out. Now, sometimes depending on the style, if it's straight, I just won't work out, which is unfortunate. Unless like I'm ready to change my hair, because my whole scalp is going to poof up. If I'm wearing a natural hairstyle, I just work out. If I want to really preserve the style, I kind of just don't work out. This question I thought was kind of funny because I don't know who this person is, but they say, how do you keep your hair smelling so good? I'm like, how do you know my hair smells good? But yeah, I really don't know the answer to that. I assume my hair smells good, but that's because most of the hair products these days, or just in general, but most of them have really good smells. A lot of times I will also use, like if I'm about to go to an event, I will mix in a hair perfume, so a specific perfume for hair, and with whatever styling cream that I'm using to fluff out like my natural hair like this. And that's kind of like to make it smell, you know, cutesy. Cutesy. Okay, make it smell good. What is your hair color? So this time around, the only thing I did was lift my roots. I actually did a video over on my Instagram, I'll put it right here, of me lifting my roots, but I will also link below the details in the description box of what I used, so you guys can check that out as well. Again, it will be an affiliate link, but you can always just take that to Sally's and purchase without using the link. But I would truly love it if you supported me by using the link. What is my favorite hairstyle these days? Definitely a twist out, because I love how I can keep it stretched for a few days and then it kind of shrinks up like this. This is actually an old twist out, but because of the humidity in the air and because I've done 2 workouts since I've done the twist out, it has shrunk up more like a wash and go. I love that I'm able to kind of have 2 hairstyles in one. So I love twist outs. I also love doing high puffs, and that's like, I got a question that says, what's your favorite lazy hair day style? That's definitely it, is putting my hair up in a high puff. But even this is super just fluff out and go, so I don't have to do anything crazy with it. How do you manage colored hair and keep it healthy and strong while maintaining length? I think it has everything to do with the products that you're using. So using strengthening shampoos and conditioners, but also using moisturizing shampoos and conditioner, like more of like a hair cycling kind of thing, where basically you always paying attention to your hair, you're always being aware. Like the first thing you can do is be aware of what your hair needs. If your hair needs moisture, and doing a specific mask for that. If you feel like your scalp has been dry lately, then adding a bit more oil into your nighttime routine or whatever the case. I think it's really, really, really important to pay attention to your hair, because if you start neglecting it, then that's when it can start to show those damaging features or aspects. But really paying attention helps you keep it as healthy as you can keep it. Did changing the color of your hair bring any changes besides the color to it? Not really, but my hair, I would say, is kind of on the stronger side. I'm not gonna lie. I've done a lot of things to my hair and it still is nice to me. I also really try to wait in between my lifts, because I guess this time I didn't color my hair, I just lifted it, which I guess I could kind of explain what a high lift is. So it's basically like a lighter I'm not a hairstylist at all. I should have put that disclaimer first. I did not go to cosmetology school. I am not a hairstylist, but I think the difference between a high lift and like bleach is that it's a lot gentler on the hair. So I like to use that because, yeah, to help prevent that from really doing a lot of damage or changing my curl pattern a ton. But also I do have pretty strong hair. Can you stop? Can you stop? He said, what I do? You know what you did. What is your oiling regimen? I do like to do it a few times a week. I wouldn't say I do it every day. I would like to be the kind of person that does it every day, but I do not do it every day. But I try to do it maybe every other day. Maybe every 2 days, I will put some oil in my scalp, more than what I used to do, because I used to really not do it that much at all. But now I'm a lot more consistent because I actually notice a difference when I'm doing it and when I'm not doing it. I really like the Sacred scalp drops. I like that product because it really absorbs into the scalp really fast, so it doesn't like drip down your neck, which is the most annoying thing. When you feel back here your neck just oiled up, I hate that. So I love that because it really soaks into the scalp. I also like the Dove serum. I'll put both of those down in the description box or on the screen because I cannot think of the name of either one of those. I love those two. Those are my favorites. So probably one of the main, I keep calling each question like a main question, but this is another main question. What are my favorite hair products? What do I use to moisturize my hair? Both of those together. Do I use gels? Do I use waxes? So I am always trying new products. So that is really hard to say what my favorite product is because I have a lot of favorites. But I will say that I typically gravitate towards the same type of products. So I really like curl creams, defining creams. When I'm styling my hair in a twist out, I like to use the least amount of products possible. So the maximum amount of products that I try to use is 2. So if I'm gonna use 2, then that means I'm gonna use, most likely, it can change, but most likely I'm gonna do a leave-in spray and a curl cream. And I mean, the curl creams, I'm always sharing them over on my LTK and over on my Instagram and TikTok. I'm always sharing the different products that I'm using for that specific hairstyle. And even though I like to try products, I like to repeat products a lot too. So I would pay attention to things that I'm posting over there because that really shares all the products that I'm using to moisturize. If I'm using it for my twist out, that's what I use to moisturize. My hair routine is honestly not complicated at all, and that's the way I like it. It's been that way since even back in college because I had no desire to be spending a whole lot of time on my hair. What is my hair porosity and hair type? So I have 4C hair, and my porosity I actually feel like I don't even know anymore because when I have done the water test in the past, like a strand of hair and then you put it in a cup of water, and if it floats, it's low. If it goes in the middle, then it's medium. And then if it's at the bottom, like if it sinks all the way, then it's high porosity. With that test, I'm low porosity. But based on the things that it says about low porosity, I don't think that I'm that. I feel like I'm high porosity, but my hair does not sink to the bottom of the water. So for low porosity, I'm just looking up this graphic. It says that hair takes forever to dry after wash, and mine will dry super fast, especially if I don't have on a towel. So if I keep on a towel, then yeah, it might take longer, but if I take off a towel, my hair be dry so fast. But it says if you have high porosity, your hair dries quickly. So I'm like, okay, well maybe I'm I have no idea. How about that? I also want to make a huge note that I know that this is a very popular question, and I know people use that in order to decide what products they want to try, but I truly think you won't know until you start getting into your hair. Like you start actually styling it and figuring out what products work or don't work. I don't choose products based on if it says it's for low porosity or for high porosity or for 4C hair in particular. If it's for curly hair, then I'm gonna try it. If it's for high porosity, I'll try it. If it's for low porosity, I'll try it. And then if it don't work, then I just move on. But I've been doing my hair myself for a long time, so I know what products that I tend to like to use for specific things. Like for a twist out, I like to use a cream generally. And for a wash and go, I like to use a mousse. For a flexi wrap, I like to use a mousse. So I kind of go based on that, and then I try whatever I want. I don't box myself into certain products just because it says it's for my specific porosity or curl type. If it's for curly hair, then I'm gonna use it. And all the major companies are not gonna want me to say this, but you can return it. If you don't like it, return it, girl, because it ain't worth it to keep it. Try the product. If it works, then keep it. If it doesn't, return it. But I'm gonna say, based on the other portion of low porosity, that it says that your hair has trouble absorbing moisture, I would say maybe I might have that. So I really have to just make sure it's worked into the hair. And because I tested that way with the water test, I'm gonna say low porosity, but I'm not sure. So that is all the questions for today. Thank you guys for asking those. I really truly appreciate it when you guys engage. Thank you all for being here. Like I said in the beginning, I truly do appreciate that. So I want to make sure you guys know that I truly thank you guys for being here. Within the next 2 months or so, I was gonna say 3, I'm really gonna try to get back consistent over here because I do like being on YouTube. It just, like all of what I said in the beginning, makes me like not want to. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe down below, and I promise I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys. I can't believe I remembered my outro.